So thank you all for coming again. What is this event? Startup Product Asheville. It's about celebrating and catalyzing the startup movement. It's about celebrating and catalyzing the makers, people who make products, people who make services, and that's technology and otherwise. This is an international movement. It started in San Francisco. It's gone all over the world. There have startup product events all over the world presently. And again, it's all about catalyzing, stimulating, supporting, and developing deep collaboration amongst people in the startup environment. So this is a very different concept because it's not about collaboration just merely within an organization. When we all work for one company, particularly when we work for a large company, there is always a sense of collaboration within the organization because after all, we all work for the same team, right? The startup product movement is a little bit different. It's about cross-collaboration across different organizations. So it means collaborating with people that we might otherwise consider to be competitors and not to be in a place of concern or fear about what information we're giving them or that we're giving them too much or that we might be giving them an advantage over us competitively with regards to customers and clients that we can have for ourselves. It's based on a premise that there's enough to go around for everyone. It's based on a premise that when we collaborate that we are all much better for having done so. It's also about having passion for doing really excellent products, and I think that's why we're all here, that we like creating products, technology and otherwise, and having a passion for doing products, not just for the cool factor, but products that actually give meaning to our lives and help us to be more efficient and make our lives more enjoyable. That's why we do this work of developing products. That's why we're here. So my name is Geffcken, and I'm your MC for the evening, and I'm very honored to be here. Thank you very much. And I'm an author, and my book is back there. My lovely wife, Maria, is sitting there, and you can purchase a copy with her. It's called Shift, Indigenous Principles for Corporate Change. It's about an integration of 13 principles that have codified from ancient society into the world of doing business. And when you practice those as a collective, it actually brings about culture shift in a very powerful way. We do workshops as well. It's all over there, and you can meet with Maria or myself afterwards as well. And so one thing I want to mention along those lines, and I mentioned this last time for those of you that came, is there's a real correlation between Indigenous culture and the whole idea of the startup product movement and collaboration. Because Indigenous cultures, they live tribally, and in a tribal environment, everybody is working for the collective whole. And that's really what collaboration is about. It's not just like, well, you work for one company, you're another company, and this is my company. We're all being protective of what we know. We're actually helping each other because we know that if we help each other, we're going to be far greater as a whole. We even have people here, and I see my friend in the back, Justin Bellamy. Hey, Justin. He even hired someone who is a competitor of his. And they're like, they have like the greatest working relationship. And his competitor still has another business, and yet they're doing fabulous. Both businesses are doing fabulously because they don't see each other as a threat. That's what this is all about. Indigenous culture, that's just one little thing of what it can teach us. All of their value systems together collectively is what we're really missing. And when you look at all the great thought leaders and the speakers and the people that write books about leadership and motivation and courage building and organizational development and so on, when you look at what they're saying and you break it and you boil it all down, it all comes down to principles and values. And all of those principles that those amazing thought leaders are writing and speaking about, they're all contained within the Indigenous realm. So that's why I bring it up, because that's what we're doing here, is we're being a tribe. One tribe, Asheville, Startup Product Asheville. So thank you again all for coming.